Hello, welcome to episode 2, well I guess that would be 2, of the Apothecary Field Notes. Today we're going to be talking about, no surprise here, tea! I thought that would be actually a good herb or plant to start with. So scientific name, I'm probably going to butcher it. It's Camellia sinensis. It's a fun word. And like I said, if I butchered it, I'm sorry. I'll have that lovely name in the description so you can see what it actually looks like. So, description. See, I have my lovely little notes here. While I know a lot about tea, sometimes when you're recording, everything just escapes your brain. So I have notes. So it's an evergreen shrub with leathery, it's a weird word, dark green leaves with fragrant white flowers. So it's a fun plant that you see in some of those cozy games. If you're a cozy gamer, like Stardew has a tea plant. I think there's another game, for some reason off the top of my head, can't remember it, but there's a couple of different cozy games that have tea within their game, which is kind of fun. The parts used are the leaves and the buds. And where it's grown, I mean, if you have a greenhouse, it probably could be grown in a lot of different places. But origin-wise, China, Japan, India, Sri Lanka, and Taiwan. So, not here. So, Wisconsin. No. A lot of people ask me, they're like, do you grow your own, herbs and tea? I was like, no. One, I don't have a green thumb. So as I'm talking about all these herbal profiles, I have some experience with some of them, actually growing them, but for the most part, I work with them dry. So one of the things about tea that is fun is that all those teas that you hear about come from this specific plant. So whether it's, I got some tea examples here. I took them off my top of my shelf here. So this is our Assam or our black tea. So you can see kind of there. So that's our black tea. Here's our oolong. It's kind of in little balls compared to the black tea. And then I have two different types of green tea here. I have a gunpowder green tea, which is a more specific pointed green tea flavor, as opposed to my dragon well, which is right here, and you can see the leaves are nice and long and rolled out. Can you believe that all of these are from the same plant? So it depends on the type of processing that it goes through. So you can get the black tea, green tea, white tea, oolong, all of those varieties. You had to know I was going to put a pun in here sometime. But yes, concentrated, that's the word that I was looking for. So the dragon well has a less concentrated green tea taste. Still tastes like it, as opposed to like our gunpowder green tea, which has a very highly concentrated green tea flavor because it is in that little ball. I do have a couple of different types of tea up here, but most of them are like Earl Grey, which is a black tea. I have black currant tea, which is a black tea. So you can take those teas which are processed from the same plant and put flavorings over the top of them. I don't do that myself. I order them that way. So like, for example, like the Earl Grey tea is a black tea infused with bergamot oil. So while, it's infused with something, it still comes from this same plant tea, which is, I think, really impressive. The fact that we've figured out, let's process it in, a bunch of different ways and figure this out and see how many different varieties we can do. Now, they say green tea is the most healthy. I mean, it depends on who you are and what, everybody is different. Everybody thinks different things are healthy for them, but they say that because it has strong antioxidants. I'm actually going to share with you a book here that I've done a lot of my research in. This is a smaller version of the book that I showed in the last episode, so this is kind of the book that's actually going to fit in like your bag or your backpack rather than that giant book that's almost, the size of a textbook, or is. It has a very nice, lovely 2-page spread about tea. So you can kind of, this is horrible, you can kind of see what the tea plant would look like, the leaves and the little buds. I want to just see if anything else here, is interesting. Oh, here's the color of the green tea. I didn't think about actually brewing any tea for this video. Oversight on my part, but I'm a little silly that way. But yeah, so black tea is allowed to ferment, leading to significant loss of antioxidants. So that's why they say the green tea has more antioxidants. It's depending on how long it's fermenting, processing, and those kinds of things. One thing I like to actually add, let me show you the scientific name. It's probably backwards. So if you can read backwards, there it is. Sorry. Like I said, I will put that in the description so you can see it a little bit more clearly, and maybe you can pronounce it better than I can. But yes, as I was saying, one of the things I like to put into these videos is the folklore, and what it could have been called before. There's all those fun different, like, you see them during like Halloween where different herbs were called different things, like Eye of Newt is a specific herb. Can I remember it off the top of my head? No. But hopefully, we'll get to that herb. And so I like to put the folklore things because they matter and they're part of the history of the plant as well. So I got these from the Scott Cunningham book. It's green, and I've left it upstairs, so I can't remember what the title of it is. But I will put that in the description as well, so that way you can peruse if you would like. So the gender is masculine. Its planet would be the sun. Element is fire, and some correspondences would be riches, courage, and strength. So that's just a little, tip of the iceberg as far as tea is concerned. You could go into how each one is fermented, processed, all of those different things. I'm not going to go into that with this video because you probably could do an entire video on just one of the types of teas and going through the process. So I encourage you to look more information up, encourage you to pick up a book like this and read more about it. And yeah, that is episode 2, a little tidbits from the Apothecary and our field notes about tea. Thanks.